Remember, if you're here and your knees feel really like up here and you're like uncomfortable, you can always slide that block under the tailbone and then lean forward so that your legs are more knees in line with your hips, if that's more comfortable. I may as well stay here now I'm here. Pay attention to your sit bones, root them down. And then imagine your vertebrae stacking on top of each other, but also floating off of each other. We spend way too much time sitting, maybe hunched over, maybe looking at a phone. Whatever your work brings with you, sometimes you can compress the spine by just movements you don't even think about. Good morning, Gina. We're meeting comfortably seated. If you'd like to sit on a block, we still have another minute. We're just talking about being mindful of the spine this morning, like it's floating one vertebrae on top of the other. Nice and long. Shoulders pulling down from ears. Remember, your neck is part of your vertebrae. Try to float your head off of your vertebrae. It's really, really tall. And let's just do a body scan. See how you're feeling today. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Take a few seconds and check into that. Start to make your breath in for 4 count, through the nose if you can. And out. You know, Ujjayi breath. It's like a little constriction in the back of your throat to make the sound of the ocean. Give me 2 more rounds of breath. And last round, maybe give me a 4-second in and then hold. Hold. Out. And then a pause. Beautiful. Take your hands to the side. Let's do a nice side bend to the right. Keep your left sitting bone anchored down into the floor or your block. And then up and over other side. Up and over. Maybe as you move, you can bend your elbow towards the floor. Get a little deeper on each side. Last time on the other side. And then let's take that into a twist. Just upright your body and turn. Again, let's go into that vertebrae. Try to have it floating, stacked, expanding. Move your head around, opposite shoulder. And then take the twist to the other side. Move your head around, pull your belly up and in. And then back to the center, hands on legs. Arc your body through, try to draw the chest up and forward. And then round, pull on your legs. Back and forth, cat-cow. And exhale anything that doesn't serve you. Inhale new possibilities. Let go. Invite. Four more times on your own with your own breath. Beautiful. Take those arms up to the sky. Pointer fingers to the sky. Stretch above your crown chakra. Send that energy all the way out to the universe. Shoulders pull down. And a little side bend to the right. Try to keep those arms nice and straight as you can. And up and over other side. Beautiful. Back up and just goalpost your arms. Elbows come forward. Look at your chest. Open your chest. Bring it up to the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. And then round. Hug your imaginary beach ball. Let's go back and forth. Four more. Three. Beautiful chest opener. Kiss the shoulder blades together. Two. And last one. Finish out your hugging your tree. And then sit up mindfully. And shake out those shoulders. Awesome job. We're going to come down laying. So just come down, have your blocks on either side. We're going to open into butterfly. Soles of your feet together. Have your blocks ready. Lay down and meet me here. If you don't want the blocks, of course, you can just remove them. But in the morning, they're kind of nice support. Hands down, out to the side and up to the sky. And here, I just want you to feel all of the body parts that are connected to the ground. So scan from your feet to your back, to your shoulders, back of your arms, back of your head, and what can you soften? Maybe it's the front of the body, relaxing into the back side of the body. Give me 2 breaths here, in for 4. Out. And one more time. And out. Remove the blocks. Take your hands behind your knees. Bring those knees up. Bring those legs in. And we're going to go for a nice right leg crossing the left, figure 4 stretch. Make sure the right foot is flexed, and you can go back of hamstring or on top of the shin, and then lay down. Try not to do anything else today. Just be in this position. Maybe just try to push the knee open. Keep the hips down and just feel that seat stretch. Lovely. Gently release that side and we'll do the other side. Flex left foot, right leg in, and again, maybe bend it, relax it fully at the shin and reach for the shin. Try to keep pressing the left knee away from your body and feel the feels. Soften into that feeling. Breathe into that tightness. Try to keep the whole back on the floor, all the vertebrae, and one more round of breath. Exhale, unwind, and just roll forward to your toes. Cross your legs if you can, and we're going down dog. Just meet me here, bring the hands a little bit out in front of the shoulders, curl the toes to prepare, and lift. And here, just think about straight arms, straight back. Don't worry about the back of the legs. And just come forward over the shoulders and bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And lower down, lizard pose. Beautiful. And here we are. Try to descend the hips, but don't collapse the heart. And stretch your neck long for me. If you have a block nearby, and you'd like to come down to your elbows, come on down. Give me an inhale for 4. And out. And walk up to straight arms, nice and slowly. Bring your foot and walk it in between your hands now. And walk your hands back under your hips and straighten that leg. Hamstring stretch. Lovely. And while you're here, think about putting down your heel and pulling it to your left knee. So we don't move, but just like we use the mat like an accordion to try to bring everything together and get that stretch in that hamstring. Lovely. Come forward with your foot, land it, lift up the back leg and walk it in and flatten the foot down at an angle right here. And again, if you wanted a block or two, you can bring the blocks, make the floor a little bit higher. And then a super extra stretch, you may or may not want, lift the toes off the floor. Oh, hi, Carl. Good morning to you. If you don't like that, put the foot down. Beautiful. Bend into that front knee and we're going back to down dog. Here you can straighten the legs a little bit more, pedal out the feet now. Before, we're doing that whole series on the left in 3, 2, and 1, and step that left foot to the outside of your left hand and lower down, lizard pose. Same thing, feel free to stay up on your hands. Pull your head out of your collarbones. If you'd like the block, you can put your elbows down. You can be on the ground with your elbows if you have that flexibility. I always struggle with one arm, so why even show you that?
especially because these stretches can be done any time of the day. So if you've moved around and you're more loose, then coming down to the elbows is more available. Slowly make your way to straight arms. Move that block out of the way. Bring your foot to the inside. Flex your foot and pull back for your hamstring stretch. You can walk your hands to the foot. Bring your chest mindfully down. Mindful not to have an extended, super locked out kneecap, right? Just push the heel down, pull it back to your knee on the right, and just feel that stretch. And your hands are feeling like you're dragging the mat towards you too. Lovely. Let's go up to that little position where you bring the foot down, lift up the back knee, come in a few more inches, and you're right here. Have the block if you need it. Try to have your pelvis neutral, so both hips are in the same alignment across the mat, and maybe float those toes towards your face. Ooh, I like this one. Keep pulling that left hip back. Doing awesome. We're going to be out of here in one more breath. In. Out. Surrender the foot to the floor. Bend your knee in the front. Hands down, back to down dog. Let's take wide down dog. Feet to the outer edges of your mat. And then slowly descend the heels. Making this lovely triangle position with your hips the highest. Push the palms down and forward. Push the heels down and back. And then bend your knees, come down to the floor. Come over to one seat. And bring your legs all the way forward. And just walk out those knees. We're going to cradle our babies today. So when you're ready, bring your right knee. I'm going to turn slightly here. Bring your right knee in. Hug it tight, sit up tall. Lift it off the floor. And then see if you can hold your leg, your calf, and your ankle. And try to have your leg parallel to the floor. So not down here. Nice solid flexed foot. Make sure you're not sickling the ankle or pulling your foot weirdly. And then just sit up tall. Super flexies, you can hook your foot into the elbow, which I can't do. Your job is to find that beautiful long vertebrae again. Float the vertebrae off of each other. Try to bring the knee towards your armpit, and then maybe rock your babies. And maybe a slight turn to the right side, just a slight turn towards that leg. Chest prouder, back longer. And return to the center and gently put that baby down. Oh, shake out the knees. I'm going to do all that on the other side. I love this one because you always get a little feedback with the body, which leg and hip are happier today. So knee in as close as you can, and then bring your foot out, and this is my side. Foot out to the side, level with your knee. Hold your foot however you'd like. And sit up taller. And just breathe. and then maybe add a little movement. Your job is just to keep checking you're not hunching your back. And a gentle turn to the left. It might only be a half of an inch. Beautiful. Back to the center. Put down your baby. Oh, shake it out. Awesome job. Hands behind you. Hands can go out to the side or back, however they feel. We're going to do reverse plank. So push your heels down, push your hands down, and float your hips up. Nice chest opener. Squeeze every muscle on your backside. Calves, hamstrings, booty. Lift the hips and slowly down. And then fold over your legs. I'm going to do that one more time, actually 2 more times, but one more time and try to lift the right leg. So float the hands behind you. Lift up to your plank. Push down your left heel and lift your right leg. And point your toe and flex. 4, 3, booty up all tighter. 2, 1 more, and slowly down. And reach for your feet. And let's try that on the left side. Hands back, lift up. Really push your right foot down, lift your left leg off the floor. Flex and point for 4, 3, hips higher, 2, booty tighter, and 1, and down, and reach for those feet. Lovely. Let's do a nice sideline thigh stretch. Just roll to your side. Take your heel in towards your top seat. Squeeze the top seat. Be curious how much of a stretch you can go from rib to knee on that top side of your body. And then gently bring the knee down in front of you. Stretch that bottom leg out. Bring your arm up to the sky and just open up. Your arm might not come to the floor. If you'd rather take that left arm and stretch it up, you can stretch it behind you. Big side stretch. And then slowly come on down. Put your hands to one side, press yourself up, and we'll go to the other side. Check in with your knee, make sure it feels like it's in alignment with the hip. Make that lovely stretch space between ribs open, hips open to the knee. And squeeze your glute to get in a little stronger. Getting a nice bonus opener for your pecs here. And then when you're ready, gently place that knee down in front of you, arm to the sky, and just open up. Again, you don't need to bring the shoulder all the way to the floor. And I like to stretch my arm behind me in this position. Beautiful. Gently make your way to your back, knees to the ceiling. And walk your feet out to the width of the mat. And just inhale and then exhale, legs to the right, head to the left. And then switch. Inhale, exhale to the left, head to the right. And back and forth on your own. Head one way, opposite to the legs, and go. Four more on your own. Last one. Come back to the center and stretch your legs out nice and long. Bring your arms down by your sides, away from your body, palms up. Shavasana. Try to relax your shoulders away from the ears and down towards the floor. Relax your feet organically, however they land. And feel all the body parts connected to the earth. You stay exactly where you are and just try to soften into the body even more. Feel the air around you on the mat and imagine your mat and you are in a personal space. If anything interrupts that space, just let it pass by like a cloud. And just as we started class, when I asked you to see how you felt physically, emotionally, how do you feel now? Remember, you can come and do this class again any time of day. You can send it to a friend, gift it to somebody that you care about. Let them enjoy these feelings. And if you have the time, give me at least 10 more breaths before you come out mindfully. I'll say my goodbyes. You stay as long as you'd like. From my heart to yours. Namaste.